Good afternoon, doctor, and thank you so much for agreeing to participate in this interview. So I'm conducting this interview is for my assignment that topic about why students don't read the textbook. I want to understand your personal opinion and experience regarding to this phenomenon. So before we start, I want to clarify that I will record this session and I will keep it confidential. So do I have your consent to record this session?
Yep.
Okay, so the first question is, in your experience, what is the single biggest obstacle that stops students from opening a textbook?
Okay, just based on my experience, I think because of student nowadays using too many electronic device, the gadget, the electronic device, because nowadays students spend a lot of time on social media, watching YouTube, all those things. So those electronic products tends to give a different stimulant to the students. Okay, when you watch the video, watch something, the feelings that you get, the return that you get is different. So when you go to the reading a textbook, like a classical textbook, no interaction, like not really like what you can get from those electronic gadgets. So something like demotivates student to read the textbook because they might find it boring, something like totally different from what they are exposed days to day.
Okay.
This is my experience.
Okay, sure. So how much does the cost or the boring presentation of academic text influence the decision to skip reading?
Okay, can I clarify with you? The cost means what? The disadvantage or what?
No, it's mean the cost of the textbook. How much?
Okay.
Yeah, expensive or what?
Oh, okay. How does the cost?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Actually, if you ask me this question, actually the textbook is not expensive, but when it comes to Malaysia's, because our incomes is not that high, and also our poor currency, so the textbook itself become not really affordable to the students. So I think this ringgit Malaysia this price of the books play the roles as well. Okay, we actually demotivate students to buy books, but nowadays we have e-books which is slightly cheaper, but still students are not really willing to spend on it. One of the reasons is because e-books does not do better than the classical books, and then the e-books, like you pay and then you cannot use it after like 2 semesters. So you cannot resell the books, you cannot keep the books forever. So these are the things that which I think cost play the roles, okay, still play the roles, but there are other factors as well.
Okay. So do you think that how does lectures, so as you as a lecturer, relies on slide affect the motivation to read the original textbooks?
Okay, so this is the main problem of the students. So students tend to, they depends on the slide. When they want to study for the final exam, they read the slides, they read the notes given by the lecturers, and then they try to skip the books because they claim that the books has too many words, so they cannot focus by reading so many words, and then very time consuming. So this is something that slide can become something like a substitution for the textbook, but still it is not a good substitution, but students tend to misuse it, try to depend too much on the slide, and then they just ignore the books, and then after that they say, sir, why we cannot score for the final exam? So one of the reasons is because the slide is too brief, and yeah, although it is an easy way out, you can see all the things in summary, but still not a good substitution for the textbook. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that when a concept is difficult, student will prefer searching on YouTube or ChatGPT than looking in a textbook? Do you think why this happens?
Convenient. So for me, I think this is convenient. Okay, because like student can open a ChatGPT or any AI, they just type whatever they don't know. So they even can type the assignment questions, whatever things in a ChatGPT. ChatGPT will do everything for them, and then from there they can read a very detailed information. So this is something that the student cannot get from the textbook, because if you read the textbook, you need to go into detail, look at which page, and then after that you need to get this information from this page, and get another information from that page, and then you need to merge everything, and then come up with all the information. So I think this ChatGPT, which is one of the AI, okay, Something like they are going to replace a textbook.
Oh.
Not just textbook, they can also replace a lecturer as well in terms of this learning.
Okay, so do you think digital summaries like AI generated notes, it's provide the same depth of knowledge as reading a full chapter or not?
Okay, so that means you comparing between AI and the textbook, right?
Yeah.
So definitely no, for me lah,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a classical.
Yeah,
We are from those old timer. So for me, I don't think AI can actually replace a textbook at the current moment. So if you want to gain a real knowledge, you still need to read a textbook. And then from reading the textbook, it can actually improve our reading skills, our comprehensive skill, and these also play a very important role in learning.
Okay, so if textbook were redesigned to be interactive, like become an application, so would that solve the problem of non-reading?
I would say partially, not fully, because you know, student everything's look at their gadget, everything. So if having an apps, that means there's something reducing the constraint for student to access the books, because they are just one click away, they can just read the books, but still not a fully substitution. Okay, so I would say partially effective if there's an apps that can actually help student to read the books.
Okay, got it. So, do you think that is it possible to truly master a subject and think critically by only reading lecture notes and skipping the textbook?
Oh, definitely no, because again, lecturer notes is for we as a lecturer to teach, to give you a picture of some things, a very surface of the something, surface of a topic or surface of a session or whatever. So definitely it won't helps student, okay, in terms of learning, in terms of critical thinking, definitely no. So in terms of, let's say student really want to improve their critical thinkings and all those skills, books is still a must.
Okay. So, do you think that different educational backgrounds or culture value textbook differently?
Yes, definitely. Okay, these educational backgrounds, we are talking about the academic qualification, like primary school, secondary school, tertiary, master, PhD, definitely. So for example, like us, okay, because we have to read a lot of journal articles, and then we have to read a lot of research materials, okay, so we tend to value the textbooks. Whereas for those who are not up to the PhD levels, maybe they are in their secondary school or they may be in the undergrads, they are not exposed to many these journal articles, these research things. So their time spent on reading the books is not that the amount is not that large. So definitely, if you ask me, education play a very important role, definitely, and culture as well, because if all your peers are reading, you will read. If all your peers are not reading, you don't read. So these are the cultures. Okay.
Okay, so do you think that what are the long-term consequences for a student who graduates without even reading a complete academic book?
Yeah, they will tend to have a very low reading skills. Okay, comprehensive. This is what we call they tend to have their focus is not that good, because to read a textbook you need to have a very focus, you need to have a very good concentration. So through that you actually learn to improve your concentration. Okay, so if you are like the one that really like to look at social media or whatever, things go very fast, and then eventually their concentration skill will not be that good. Okay.
So the last question, so in 10 years, do you think that will the textbook exist as we know it, or it will become completely obsolete?
Majority, a high percentage of the textbook, okay, will slowly, not to say disappear, something like can be replaced by our AI, okay, in the future can be replaced by the AI, but still I don't think it will be 100% be replaced, because textbook is a textbook, okay, you still need that, because AI also get information from textbook to summarize for you. So without textbook, AI still cannot give you a lot of information.
Okay, so our interview session until here.
Okay.
So thank you, Doctor,
Okay.
for participating in this session.
All right, no problem.